I may as well record this since only 2 out of the 8, so 6 people might actually need this. Anyway, here is, no, it's not. That's the creators. Let's try this again. Here is what I had in mind for you for this week. And I might just end up changing it. I think if people can't Zoom, then maybe they deserve to have a quiz feel like it's a pop quiz and have it on Wednesday. What I was planning on was that we would finish out our coding on Glitch today, easy enough, and take a quiz over tutorial 4, chapter 4, tomorrow, instead of surprising you and having that be on a Monday. You've had the term vocab last week before I left Thursday afternoon, and the snow came in Friday. And then this will be really cool. I'll show you a video for a couple of days, Monday and Thursday. Sorry, Wednesday and Thursday. And it's really a tiny little quiz when it's over a video. It's a really interesting video. I hope that you'll end up liking it. Show it over Zoom, but then it's a little bit even slower, and Zoom kind of has lag for me too, so all kinds of that we've been having all day today. At any rate, yeah, turn your mood off and yell at me, or type something in the chat if you happen to notice somebody else in the waiting room. I really would have thought that, being the class about technology, I don't know, I shouldn't pick on them because they may not have internet at home. Plus, it's really bad. As bad as it's been all day here on campus, I can't imagine how bad it is for everybody using their home internet when every high school kid is using it in Dunlap and Dow City. Well, anyway, maybe you have a book, right? Which I can see maybe we'll have to almost, let's hope not. It should be that all of this is on Schoology, so people, just because they can't get on Zoom, they should be able to get onto Schoology, right? So at any rate, the assignment is coding session 4.3. You really have a book because I've got it 2 different ways. I uploaded it directly to the assignment, and you can open it that way. And let's see if it bothers. Oh, it kind of downloads it onto your machine is what it does. I like having it in my browser, so that's why I put it on the second way, so that it'll open a Google Drive folder and it'll be there. And I realize this is probably harder on a Chromebook because those are small, but really what you should be able to do is, screen, and so then we can look at the other stuff that we want to look at on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit. I hope that Jen is used to this. It might be new for Pat, but to try and open up your tables we've been editing on in Glitch. Meanwhile, what I can do is, since this PDF, oh yay, got at least one more person. Since this PDF is the whole next session of the chapter, we really need all of it. If you want to read and scan for the sake of learning or finding key terms that we're going to need, it talks about wrapping, and it talks about things in here. You really don't need it until about 217. 217 in the yellow. Okay. And what it's going to tell us to do is that instead of being on race.1 like we've done for a long time, it wants us to go get this page.1 text. So I know it's been a long time because we even started tutorial 4 back in December. I put a link here to those data files. So you click it and it should open for you a Google Drive file. So I'll close the one I already had open. And dang, maybe it's because we only have 4 people on here instead of 16. Maybe there's a lot of PE classes, 9th hour or something. Not smoother, fewer glitches. Anyway, so what we're looking for is we're looking for page.1 text, right? So we scroll down and Elemental P, there it is, page.1 text. Right click it, download the thing. Should automatically download it to your downloads folder. Okay. And you've done this a few times, but since I'm recording it, people will be able to see how to do it, I hope. Remember, we're not going to assets, we're going to new file. And we want to upload a file. I think it's done. Pretty sure it's done downloading. So we click the upload button. Go to the right folder. Is page.1 or page 1 text, HTML. And whoa, Nelly, look at this. There's hardly any. That makes me worried. Maybe we won't have to type a billion things. Probably we're going to have other files that we'll go to and we'll copy and paste stuff. At any rate, you can guess that the first thing that we're going to do is rename it. And we want to leave it HTML. We're going to ext, right? Easy enough. So scrolling down, you pretty well copy the stuff that you're going to see on 218. So I've got it in front of me in a book, and I know it's tighter and smaller, so it's probably harder for you on Chromebooks, but I got it right on the screen, on my split screen on the laptop, and it's fitting pretty decent. It says to enter the following code in the body, so not in the head, right? And we won't indent various levels of the structure code. All you got to do. No, I don't think you can. I was right. Wouldn't that be a great way to cheat? But no. So not in the head, but in the body. But doesn't it say in the body element? No. It's not in the body tag. That's good. Tag and body element. So between the body and closed body, we're going to create this new table. And one of the things that if you wanted to read about is it's right there in this PDF, is it's talking about a lot of these kind of things. And I think we probably even talked about it in the notes already. So 90% post quote, oops, I didn't have an open quote. There we go. So there's our width. It's mad at me and it's giving me a red dot because I didn't close the thing, but we got a whole other attribute here. And the two of you get that you're capable of moving ahead. It's probably really boring to listen to me.
Just to let you know,
Sure.
I'm trying to figure out how to like, get it so I can like share the screen so I can have the Zoom meeting open but still doing coding.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So,
having trouble doing
right.
that.
So good question, Andy. So here's what you're gonna do. And you're up here where you would maximize it or minimize it. You can see where my arrow is pointing, top right corner of either window. Okay. I mean, what I would do is I would hit the it's not the Apple key, the Windows key, and then the left or right arrow. But if you hover over the top here where you're close or maximize or minimize, it should have little arrows. And the little arrows look like the carrots, and they point either left or right, and you click on them, and it'll split your screen to one side or the other. And then it's easy enough to just drag the other part the other side, or at least drag it down in front. And again, hover over the top corner of it, and there should be an arrow. Have you managed that yet? I hope you found it. Okay. Well, I'm going back into our table, and it looks like the only other attribute we had there was cell padding. So I'm gonna click a return so that my close thing is lower. Next level. No, he said that they're not. Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. But now you're gonna create a table row and hit return. And recognize these? Me, like, I might do this. Glitch wants to go ahead and indent. We'll learn about these in the first chapter with the exclamation point and a couple of dashes. Basically, this is a tag, and what it means is nobody's going to see it as a visitor to our website, but we, or if you share it with other coders, like your teacher, they'll see that, oh, what you're doing is you're just kind of setting up the basics, fill in stuff a little bit later. Yeah, well, anyway, quite so far. I want to be right under there. I'll go ahead and find if it indents it just a little bit. Now you're going to make a table data cell, but we're going to put in some attributes inside the cell. Because remember, this third part of the chapter, we're using this for layout instead of for just making a little list, right? So span is a column span, and we want it to go over to, and next one is to align a certain way. And make sure you spell it right. I just do the H instead of an N.
Okay, so the coding session starts on page 2. What did it
To
say?
18 is where we're at.
Like
218.
what page does it start on?
Yellow stuff starts on 218. Oh, really? The yellow stuff started on 217.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay, I'm gonna have to like the only for me to actually work on it is if I leave the Zoom meeting. So yeah, that's where I'll be working
okay,
on it.
well, that's fine. If that's going to be a lot easier for you, just go ahead. Gotcha. And you're good, Andy. Aaron, we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Yeah. So what do we cell is the column span of 2, and we want to align it to the center. And I don't know why automatically indent us so dang far. But basically, you're just going to close both cell. It's like adding all kinds of things. That's anybody else? There, got rid of one of them. Not try and get rid of their. Particularly wants to close the body, but I have a body closing down there on the bottom. Oh, anyway, and also wants to close the table twice. Okay, glitch. Again, I'd be a pain in the neck for all of y'all. Anyway, okay. This doesn't really make any difference on the actual layout of the actual table, but they give you an extra space there. See how there's going to be 3 runs of stuff. And so now we're going to make a whole nother table. And maybe another table row. Maybe our close it. If that's going to prevent glitch from adding a bunch of stuff. Oh, that's how I screwed up. Stuff wrong. This last one, go ahead and stick in here is the actual list of links. Last one up is a newspaper logo. I missed a bunch of coding too. No, we don't want to silently code and ask me when you have questions. Maybe that is why it is giving me so much trouble. Oh, we said 90%. Said 5 is our cell padding. What was that? Okay. All of that is right, except the thing about the list of links. All right. So now we're going to do another cell like we did the last time. I'll move it over here. You can see it in the book, but so we're making this an actual length, 120 pixels. It's not a percentage. Not a column span. This time it's a row span. I think that mistake, I know I did. I don't know if any of you have done that last week. V for vertical, so it's not just a line, but it's vertical align. And you're not going to say center. Well, you can say center, but this time it's top. That's what they tell us in the directions. And we're going to go ahead and close that cell. Not TV. And all these red dots all over everything. What could be the issue? Maybe I got to look at that. Special character must be. And it, oh, we got extra quotation marks. Rid of a red dot. Good. Oh, look at that. He's coming back. I missed too much, Andy. Where do we go? That V align top, so we were right here. No, we're in there. So now we're going to tell it, this is where we want to put the articles. Okay. That up. And where the articles go, we're going to go ahead and make another cell. And this, we want the articles to vertically align equal to the top. Time. Automatically close the TD for me. And I don't want to close the table yet. No idea why we have to have like 3 table closing for glitch. They think they're helping, but they're not really helping. So what do we got on there? Oh, well, there. That makes sense. Got rid of 2 more red. Hooray. Okay. So then we're going to have our 3rd row inside. Close the TV. They said that this is where the articles. Oh, all that. There's where we need to be. Haven't closed the table yet. One last one. Table row. inside, this is where the addresses are going to go. So another comment tag. Data cell. And what we're going to do is realign. Quotation marks, regular line equals quote center. I'm sure I was going to get through all that, right? So really, what we made is just a structure. It's kind of a empty almost. Okay, so now you go to 219 though, and what it's going to ask us for is to go download and upload a little more junk. Right? This is called sometimes called a flag or a masthead. I don't think it's the best design one I've ever seen. But back to the data files, and we are looking for, what's it say? PCG, because that logo.jpg. Okay, well, should be pretty close to us here. As long as we're here, they're not telling us, but I wonder whether we shouldn't download these too, because we're going to need them eventually. So here's the logo. If you try to download all the stuff again. Okay, I don't know who was talking. I will help you out. But so we downloaded it. I meant to say a second ago was, if you try to download them all at once, what they're going to do is they're going to put them in a zip file, and then you got to go through the rigmarole of unloading, or opening the zip file. So I just go ahead and do it this way. So then we go back to our paging glitch. And as you know, this time we're not going to a new file. We're not uploading a new page. Looks like we do have one of those parchments and we don't need it. We're going to upload our assets. And most important one is, I'm just hearing myself. I got a little feedback. It was that one. Go ahead, and I think, I'm not sure if we're going to need both of these or at least one of them, but the dark parchment and that little parchment with the edge. Yeah, I'm going to just stop those two. So we've been through this before, so you really know what we're doing. Okay, we're on it, and we have to copy their big rigmarole URL. Go back to page 1, and they're saying within the first table cell, we got to insert this following image element. Okay, so we go down. Here's our table. That's a row, not a cell yet. Here's a cell. So I am thinking that we do it, right here. We're not doing it inside of the attributes of the cell. We're doing it in the cell. Okay, so we open a new tag. It's img for image, space, src for source, equal sign, quotation marks, inside the quotation marks. What do we get to do? Control V. Right? Should be that whole pain in the neck graphic. I'm going to go over one. I want us to have an alt tag. Fine, we can do that. So alt tag equals Park City Gazette. Gazette is 1 T and 2. There's no R though. One Z and 2 E's. I know how to spell. Question words that nobody uses. And we are going to give it a couple of other attributes. Our width and our heights. So they're different. Width is going to be equal to 600 pixels, percent. IGHT is height is equal. Close quote already, great. Close that tag. And basically, what the heck? Let's preview and see if it was working out for us. I'm hoping. We're on. So I don't have this background, right? I don't know if I've missed something, or they've missed something. Well,
Because my glitch will not load.
yeah, it just could be something we haven't done yet. But I'm going back a number of pages for you, just to show you that this is kind of what we've got. Okay, our newspaper logo is over here. We made another cell over here that is, I don't know if this is the articles or this is the articles, but then I know we have the address on the bottom. In fact, if we go ahead and we look at our code, and we can with this obnoxious setup with Zoom. Okay, so table, this is our first one. We just put that image into it in that cell. A list of links. So this is that. So that's 120 pixels wide, and we're not seeing it on our preview, obviously, because we didn't give it a border. And there's the articles, and then there's the address. Okay, so you're starting to understand what you were doing with the coding. And we come back, and they want to upload another page. Oh, okay. So we go back, and we're going to have to download links. TM, you've done that. We know what we're doing. So, yeah, let me do a little bit of thinking out loud here. Oh yeah, Huck Nelly. Here's what I think. I think that we should put off this quiz, maybe even until Friday, because here it's 3:06 and we're done at 3:17. Okay, so we won't get a whole lot more done. May even end up that you're doing this some on your own or in class on Wednesday when we come back, which if nobody in the last 8 hours has told you that, Mr. Rasalmi's plan is for us to come back on Wednesday. I'll shuffle around our plans. We may still get that video in here, but this will give you a little more. Basically, you'll have all week to finish this up, because while it's not difficult, although I don't have some of your classmates who would say it is, all you're doing really is copying what you see on the yellow, typing that into Glitch, and then finding what mistakes you had if it doesn't turn out. So it's possible, but I want to give you a little bit more time maybe. At any rate, where do we leave off? We just said, yes, we're on the bottom of page 219, and it's telling us to get this link. We downloaded it. This time we go to new file instead of to assets, and we go to upload file. And drum roll, please. There it is. So we upload. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm here all week. I want to say tip your waitresses, but you don't have any waitresses. It's your mamas. All right. Doesn't look like we're gonna have to change some of that, but let's see. What we want to do is we want to copy the code within the body tags of link, but not include the opening and closing tags. Make some sense? So we open it. Don't worry about the head, right? We just want everything here that's in the body. Got it? Control C to copy. Okay. And then we close that and we return to page 1. And it says to paste it with the table cell list of links. I can show you this. This shouldn't be too hard to do before the go. We have a note that tells us where cell starts, right? And we know that the cell is TD, row is TR, and there's the closing sign. So we'll just go here. Well, just for kicks and giggles, we're here so that we're between the open and close tags for that cell. And guess what? Control V. Should we hold our breath and just go preview it again? Well, there's the links. That's not really what we wanted, right? What we wanted was page 1. See if those links are. Yay, they are. So now we know we got 2 out of our 4 cells filled. Eventually, probably we should do something with that background. And I don't know if you know how to do the background, bully for you. We gotta go a little bit back in the book. If we were supposed to have done it last session and I didn't, or I didn't tell you, or if we're gonna do it later in the book, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty. Yeah, anyway, we uploaded them. We just haven't put them in the code yet. So this is where I'm going to leave you. Don't tell Versamli that I'm letting you out early. Make sure you go to homeroom. Oh, that's right. There's no homeroom today. I don't think teachers are required to take attendance or have a Zoom meeting for homeroom. But as usual, especially Janet, because you and Mackenzie do a lot of this on your own. And I know, Andy, sometimes you pick up some of this during your study hall or on your own. And I don't know if you're at home or if you're with Miss Radloff. And, you know, if you believe in that sort of thing, positive thoughts and prayers, because she's at home sick. But we're going to pick up here on page 2 tomorrow, and we'll get these articles in here. But now, well, pretty impressive that we got the framework for the table, and then we got the masthead, and we got our links in there. So we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and close this Zoom meeting. Remember how to do that? Not like I haven't done it all day. I should be able to remember. Take care of yourselves. Adios.